Bonjour à tous, salut tout le monde, moi c'est Adèle. I'm Adèle from Ace French and I'm here to help you become an ace at French. If you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to follow me on the social media or subscribe to my channel. Let's keep on talking about the 5 most difficult parts of learning French. And today's topic is the prepositions. C'est parti, on y va! I think that no matter what is the foreign language you're studying, prepositions are a bit difficult to use correctly. Myself, I really experienced the same with English and I'm still making mistakes with the use of prepositions in English. Today, I'm not going to give you any rules because actually there are not any rules for prepositions, but I'm going to give you some tips, some good tricks to think of and to help you pick up the right preposition for the right situation. Let's start with an easy example. Je vais à la boulangerie. I'm going to the bakery. Je vais à la boulangerie. Can you tell me what is the preposition in this sentence? Oui? Yep, oui, ok, c'est ça, exactement, that's right. It's the letter A with the accent, don't forget it. A is the preposition in this sentence. And my trick for you to remember when to use A is that actually A is the preposition we use for the destination, for the idea of where we're going, the destination. For sure, in this sentence, je vais à la boulangerie, I'm going to the bakery, it's of course the destination. This one was easy. Another sentence now. Je viens de France. I come from France. What is the preposition in this sentence? Allez-y, dites-moi. Ouais? Oui, ok. De, très bien. De is the preposition. And in this sentence, if I talk about where I am coming from, de definitely reveals the origin. So, to help you, here is my first trick. A is the preposition of the destination when de is the preposition of the origin. It's a good trick to know when to use a or de in a sentence. Now, a situation a bit more complex. Je parle d'Idriss Elba à mon homme. This means I'm talking about Idriss Elba to my man. In this sentence, the de part, de Idriss Elba, don't forget that we make the contraction in French, it becomes d'Idriss Elba. So this part is definitely the topic of the conversation, the what I want to say. It's actually the origin of my speech. I want to talk about something. The origin is the topic. It's really what I want to talk about. So again, de here is definitely used for an origin concept, notion. And then in the second part of the sentence, à mon homme, this means to my man, so it's definitely the destination of my speech. It's to whom I am talking to. So I think here, again, we can see de as the origin and a as the destination. It's not as clear as just going to somewhere, but with the verb parler, it makes sense too. The topic and to who I am talking to. By the way, I might not talk about it that often with him. It makes him a bit jealous. Of course, everything I'm telling you about the prepositions depend on the situation. Let's look at another situation for de. Did you hear that? Vous avez entendu? C'est le chien de mon voisin. It's my neighbor's dog. So in this sentence, c'est le chien de mon voisin. De refers to the possession, to the relationship of who belongs to who, or what to who, or who to what, of course. But here, it's the belonging, possession relationship that is within the meaning of de. So beware, for each situation, you might need to pick a different preposition. Une autre préposition, another preposition, pour. Exemple. Je fais ces vidéos pour vous aider. I'm making these videos to help you. Pour here is used as the goal, my objective, my aim, my target is to help you. Pour. In English you would have used to, and à can also be translated as to. The thing is that maybe you can really understand the nuance here, because à is more the idea of a destination and pour is more the idea of a goal. I'll let you think of that. Oh, and another thing I forgot to tell you about pour. Never use pour in a temporal situation. Never ever. For instance, I've been living in Japan for 5 years. J'ai vécu au Japon pendant 5 ans. Pendant in French, not for, pour. Never works. Forget about pour in a time situation when you refer to a period of time, to a duration. Doesn't work. Et voilà, fin de la vidéo. I hope this was useful for you and see you very soon, guys. Bye bye!